Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you great ones out there, all of you mathematical great ones. You see today's lesson. Yes, yes, yes. How you feeling this morning? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Wherever you may be, your brother's here with you, brother. Your brother is here with your sisters. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the Mathematical Universe with your brother King Simon in the building. Can you hear me? Is my mic good enough? Is it loud enough? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Live from the Mathematical Universe. And do me a favor, first and foremost, want to tell advise and guide all of you brothers and sisters to please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share this broadcast because we thrive to have quality people and quality broadcasts as far as information is concerned. You know, I'm not into the drama. You know, I'm not into the arguments. You know, I'm not into the contention. You know, your brother ain't going down that road. It's not that I don't want the smoke. I just don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? I just don't smoke. As a matter of fact, I left the nightclub life because smoke was taking over my lungs and hurting me. So from that perspective is one reason I don't like smoking. And I stopped doing that when I was real younger. I used to smoke a lot of weed back in the day, but with a lot of friends. And when I tried cigarettes, I could not deal with it. But when you go into a nightclub life, a lot of that is back in the day. Now that they removed a lot of it out of New York, you're not allowed to smoke in New York clubs, but you can smoke in the backyard area where they create for the smokers. But still, the smoke travels throughout the air because it's air. It's traveling and moving. All of the garbage that's in a cigarette, they say they might have, according to reports, it has over 200 chemicals in a cigarette alone. I remember reading a report, it was 300 chemicals. I don't know how much it is now, but I remember reading a report years ago about 200 or 300 chemicals within, and sugar is the addictive part of it. The part where you're smoking, the filter has sugar inside of it. They might have it under another name, but it is a substance that is related to sugar, like high fructose corn syrup or something like that. High fructose is related to sugar, and certain things that might be like, whether it's fruit or other types of sugar, but that is usually the addictive part of the cigarettes that have people toting it over. And then you got to be careful of the Rizzlers. You got to be careful of the bamboo. We don't know what they're putting in it, but let me not get off on that tangent. Let's not jump into that. I'm not doing all of that today. However, today is going to be a call-in show. The number, of course, is 718-210-8853. Don't call in right now, not yet. Let me teach my lesson first, and by the bottom of around the half an hour, we'll call in and see how the lesson has helped you in any way, because I have notes and I do have some meanings, spiritual meanings, dictionary meanings to the word profundity. And why I dubbed this particular program the Numerovational Profundity, which comes from the word profound, expressed by your brother. So again, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, share, and comment with respect. Be respectful in your comments, because if I don't come on your channel or to your house or anywhere else and don't disrespect you, don't disrespect me in my house on my channel. I'm quick to block and time out people real quick, especially on my channel. Other channels, I'm usually advised not to touch anybody. I'll say, like on Brother Richard's channel, if I know you're being disrespectful because I'm one of the moderators at Black Magic 363, he usually does a lot of the deleting of people. I'm the one who shows respect and just stay focused on where I have to go, because I have to promote a lot of the guests. If I have their information, if I don't have their information, you might not see me in the chat at all promoting anything. But again, please like, subscribe, and share this broadcast. And the topic today is numerovational profundity. I like words, and I like to introduce new words a lot into on my channel, because I study words. And yes, I'm a high school dropout, had to take my GED and all that kind of stuff, but it didn't stop me from reading. And because most people, they say, according to statistics, that after a person have left either high school or college, they haven't read an entire book after that. But I read books, I study chapters, I go into the word. That's why in all of my books, Numerovation for Mental Stability, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated, or even my No Promotion is Bad Promotion, any word that I want to break down and define. As a matter of fact, in the back of this book, No Promotion is Bad Promotion, I have a glossary in the back of the book. So you'll know what I was saying as far as the different words that I said. The act of God, different sayings, the act of people, thick skin, starstruck, what they mean, sponsorship, what it means. I broke down words in this book, No Promotion and Bad Promotion, because it's dealing with the promotional life. What a commercial mean, what the act of God, the words, the act of God mean in the promotional world. The act of people mean. Advanced purchaser, what it means. I have a glossary in this book, in the back of the book. So you get a lot, even banner promotion, big names, billboard promotion, what those words mean, bus to bus promotion, business to business promotion, what words mean, what sayings mean, club venue owner syndrome. What does that mean? When I wrote in my book in 2012, it says club venue owner syndrome, a disorder that some venue owners or managers develop due to greed and selfishness. It's in my book. I mean, commercial, having profit as a primary aim for broadcast advertisement. This is a glossary in back of my book. So this is a good book to have in your arsenal when you want to know about promotion on multiple levels. And I give you recommended reading also. Then I even add astrology in the book, because and numerology in the book, the meaning, because I use astrology and numerology in the book too. Very, very minor, but I use it in my book, No Promotion. This is a motivational guide. This is not really a numerology book. It's an introduction into my world of promotion and productions, since I've been doing it professionally since 1995. And so I have a lot of good content in here for those that are promoting their business, those that are promoting their ideals, not just from a small way, but into a major way. So, because I've been in that world, and then I got a lot of stories in here to tell and finish off, to relate to people and of my life with different people, with Dr. Khalid and people with Dr. Sabi, one of the major promotions I did with Asir, the Duke of Tears, back in 2007, and all the stuff that I did with Aton, or with all the reggae artists and soca artists and R&B artists that I worked with, or hip hop artists, depending, actors and actresses that I've worked with and promoted for. I promoted for Mario Van Peebles before. I've promoted for Spike Lee and worked with Spike Lee. So there's a lot of things that I've done in my lifetime in this realm. And I like to impart that, because telling your story in whatever capacity can be very helpful for other people along the ways. And that's where the word profundity comes from, because the word profundity, the word profundity, if you're not looking it up in the dictionary, remember, profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. In a sentence, you would say the simplicity and profundity of the message. And why I like that particular sentence when they when I looked on the online dictionary about the word profundity, that sentence really struck a core in me when when you say when although the meaning of the word profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought, the sentence that they offer says the simplicity and profundity of the message, because in numerovation or numerology, the numbers and what you do with it as far as adding and subtracting and multiplying or division, it's really simple to add all of this up to make it do what it do. So I love the simplicity and the profundity of numerovation or numerology. I'm saying numerovation because that's a system that I have created to use numerology and motivational principles to make it work for the individuals when they're doing a session with me. So class is always in session. Class is in session with me. And big up to everybody that's on Instagram. Good morning to you, Dorothy. Big up to Nikki. Big up to the right, wrong, one tarot. Big up to Kevin Wise and people that are coming in right now. Thank you very much, of course. Coco Lap, and Sequoia. Big up to Sequoia in the building, and Denise. Big up to everybody. And when I go on Instagram, I see people showing up on Instagram. South Africa is in the building. Big up to the South African families in the building. Will Smith, 7764. Obviously, that's not the same Will Smith, but both of y'all connected to that number 7. Big up to Ziggy and Amando and Robinson and everybody that's on Instagram. Big up to all of y'all out there. So thank y'all very much for coming on and showing some love. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. Now, there's about 10 points that I want to go through, especially with the spiritual meaning of the word profundity, and why it is important that when you're doing anything at any modality, especially if it's astrology has its profundities, numerology has its profundities, cardology has its profundities. Every different modality and system have their profundity. Deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. That's what it means. And then the other meaning of it is great depth or intensity of a state, quality, or emotion. That's another meaning to the word profundity. And then there's a third meaning, a statement or ideal that shows great knowledge and insight. So it's important that we recognize that when you're using modalities like numerology or astrology or numerovation or cardology and all of it, it all have their deep insight and great depth of knowledge that can open you up to help guide each and every one of you if you use it appropriately. So this is not nothing that's going to hurt you. I don't care if you're in any of the religious heads, in any of the spiritual systems. It's nothing that can hurt you. It's here to guide you if the person that you're doing the numerovational session with, or the astronumerology with, or the cardology with, or the cosmophysics with, if they have proper intentions to want to help and guide. Because the word profundity, again, means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. And one of the other spiritual nuances behind the word profundity, it says profundity describes being thoughtful, deep, and wise. Your profundity might inspire friends to come to you for advice. Profundity comes from the word profound, and it means a quality of depth or wisdom that is meaningful or even transformational. So what we do as far as using numbers, using the simplicity of adding or subtracting numbers, and then bringing you or giving you the interpretation of those numbers, then it will allow you to take in the depth, take in the wisdom, and if you're willing to do the necessary work, it can transform you to be your best self. That's what I'm talking about when I say numerovational profundity. Numerovation, and my classes are similar to this, but it's not like this. All my classes that I teach, you're going to see there's different developments that's happened. Even my 8-hour course, is in depth with information, but it's also in depth with application because I'm trying to show you how to also apply this knowledge. How to apply this knowledge is very important to me. And I want to say happy birthday to my first grandson. Today is his birthday. Happy birthday. Today is his 13th birthday. I called him and he was so elated to hear from me. And I gave him some advice about being 13 and the importance of the number 13 and its power that it has, but also being 13 because now he's left the 12-year realm and becoming a quote unquote young adult. And I said that to him. I told them exactly the word teenager was invented around in the 60s, going into the early 70s. The word teenager, you can Google this up, because at one point of time they was called young adults. Young adults. That means you gave those young adults accountability lessons and guidance so they become an adult one day. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all the way to your 18th birthday. You got 5 years to make that happen. 5 years to make that happen. And sometimes 13 and 14, those are the rites of passage age. So I told my grandson, I said, you're now in the rites of passage age. That means as you're getting older, there's more things that you're going to be accountable for. There's more things you're going to be responsible for. I had to tell him that this morning before he goes to his summer camp or school, wherever he's going. He had me on speakerphone. I said, take me off speakerphone. I need to talk to you in your ear. I need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And help him stay focused. Sometimes that's what we're lacking, to give those profundities to our children, our grandchildren. This is my first grandchildren. He's 13. I got 14 grandchildren. People might say, whoa, you got 14 grandchildren. That's right. I got 14 grandchildren. And I'm proud to say it. Because my children are having children. They want to have children too. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this legacy popping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this legacy popping because it's important for it to pop. It is necessary for it to pop to other levels. Hold on, I'm just, okay, great. Let me make sure I'm putting that down. Boom. Okay, so again, profundity comes from the word profound, and it means a quality of depth and wisdom that is meaningful and or even transformational. And my job as the Numerovator is to help to stimulate my clients as well as myself, because anything I said to you, I'm learning also. Because once I erase this off the board, I forget all of this stuff. I'll tell you the truth. Because these are immediate uploads and downloads right now from my ancestors. And I'm listening to the talk and I'm listening to what they're saying. And they say and say this, and they say and say this. And today is a great day to do this because today is a master number 11 day. But overall, when you add July 7 plus 11 plus 2024, it adds up to 2042. And 2042 adds up to that number 8 energy. 2042. So 8 is not only an old soul, ancestral linked energy, but also it reflects the infinity symbol. Although it is not the infinity symbol, it reflects the infinity symbol that whatever you download today, you're supposed to put discipline behind it. You're supposed to put order behind it. And you're supposed to be able to recognize the use of it, because this whole day adds up to a number 8. But the 11 itself is the number of insight itself. So me doing something like the numerovational profundity, because the word profundity means deep insight, this a number 11 day is an appropriate day for me to do this. And then it's equated, and the whole day adds up to the number 8. So and happy birthday to my dear friend Latoya Jackson. Today is her birthday, not Latoya Jackson from Michael Jackson's stable now. So don't y'all get it twisted. Now I don't mind. I won't mind meeting Latoya Jackson from Michael Jackson family, because Latoya Jackson is a psychic. She's born May 29th. So she's born under that 2-9 equals that 11 energy, and 11 are known for their insight and their intuition and their deep intuition. And Michael Jackson was born on the 29th. Another master number 11 that the number 29 adds up to. So I can't front on Latoya, because every one of those main children that stepped out of the fray of the Jacksons and not just stayed as a Jackson. Latoya, she stepped out to do her psychic thing, and Michael Jackson stepped out of the Jacksons, and of course Janet Jackson stepped out on her own. All of them are connected to spiritual numbers, especially, and Janet, she's born on the 16th of May, which is a 7, which is another spiritual number. I can't make this stuff up. I don't make things up. I'm not freestyling without and beguiling people. I ain't doing all of that. I'm showing you where the interpretations of the numbers can lead if you pay attention, and the deep profundity, or the profundity of what this knowledge can do. Bring you to deep insight, great depth of knowledge and thoughts about yourself, about others that you have around you, about people that you care about. So when you decide to study these type of things like numerovation and astronumerology or cardology, be willing to go in it wholeheartedly, that it can be of an assistant and a guide, like a GPS for you. Because most of us have GPS, but we don't even understand the deeper nuances of a GPS and where it all stemmed from. Those who are old enough remember Rand McNally. I still have a Rand McNally map right in my archives. But we had to, and I have it all marked up, because we used to have to drive down to Georgia and drive down to Florida, me and my friends and all that kind, and we used to have to map things out and know where we had to go and all that. That was the Rand McNally map that we had. And the Rand McNally map have been uploaded to the GPS system, to the point that it triangulates what's going on every time you're moving a certain amount of miles, and triangulates where you're going, so it can keep everything connected in that algorithm. So I totally understand. But before Rand McNally, what were we using? Class. Before Rand McNally maps and these people design maps, what was the ancient amongst us using? And what did they create off of what they was using first? Come on, put it in the chat. What were we using before the Rand McNally and the GPS? Because it's all based off the same system. They just made it more palatable for us to use. They made it more palatable for us to intake. And now it's become more easier. Let's see what they're stars. That's right. Stars and moons and all of that. Yes, we was using the stars. You know what I'm saying? We was using the stars. Thank you for that. And yes, thank you, Philly. Yes. Also, Randy was born on 20. Yes, a lot of spiritual people was in that family. And Randy, you always look like the weird one sometimes. You know, Randy had that weird look. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Randy had that weird look. Let's be real. You know, Randy had that weird look. So again, family, numerovational profundity means, from my perspective, from a numerovational perspective, is using that in-depth insight, the great depth of knowledge and thought of the interpretations of numbers that has been passed down from generation to generation, and even more is coming to it, because we're going from different cultures to cultures, different society to society, and different time lapses right now. So this thing is very important that we learn that when you do sessions from me, and I tell people all the time, if you're doing the 30-minute to 35-minute session, have your questions ready to ask me, because questions stimulate where I need to go and what my internal divine entity and energy that's within me from my creative force, whatever I call that creator. Sometimes I call it Allah, sometimes I call it God, sometimes I call it, God has many names, the creator has many names. But I know it is definitely a part of all of us. Not one person on this live or not one person in this world you can't say they don't have the energetic force of a creative force inside of them, or whatever you might. If you're atheist, you got some type of force, inactive force within you. Everyone, if you don't even believe in a creator, it's cool. I can respect the atheists. So this is very important subject. And again, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm going to open up the phone lines momentarily. Let me just break down a few things about the word itself. The number here is 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. Don't call me yet. Don't call me yet. Do not call me yet. Not right yet. Give me a few minutes. Let me finish doing what I got to do, because if I do what I got to do, I can help you better. But I do want to share screen. Because, hold on one second. Let me make sure I share screen. Remember, numerovational profundity. We already broke down what that word means. Now we're going to go to the spiritual nuances of what profundity means in connection with numerovation. Because everyone that follows me know that numerovation means using the numerals to motivate you, or an innovative way to use numerology to motivate people. It's an innovative way because I use the principles of all the master motivational teachers. I use all their principles. I use the Les Brown. I use the Iyanla Vanzant. I use all of them. And I may not be as big as them per se, but I know what I have to say can help you to become big as them, even if I'm just a humble magi. Like it says, the numerovational magi. Even if I'm just a humble magi, that I just love just being able to maintain my needs here in this realm. That's it. I'm a humanitarian. I'm born misnomer under that sign of Aquarius. I'm more of a humanitarian. I'm more cool. I'm not chasing riches. I am creating wealth, but I'm not chasing riches. And you don't see me wearing gold. I tried that gold stuff when I was a child, and they almost killed me in high school for it. Big old nameplate with a gold rope chain, and they almost killed me. I told y'all the story about that. Almost took me out in Erasmus High School for it. And all my friends, my so-called friends, ran and left me. And if they're watching, they know who they are. And some of them do watch me. Not going to mention the name because one of them happens to be dead. One of them transitioned. So, and then they all come back looking to see if they found any blood in the hallways on Bedford Avenue to see if they could find me. Really? I've been gone. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I realized, that's when it clicked at the age of 16, about 15, 16. That's when it clicked that, I don't have no friends that really got my back because they didn't stay there and fight with me after I pushed the guy off. So it gets deep. That's why you got to be very careful who you call friends. Can I get an amen or a woman in the chat? You got to be very careful who you call friends, because sometimes friends can become frenemies. I'm going to break down that word one day too. Friend and frenemies. Put an amen or a woman in your chat. You got to be careful of families and frenemies and all kinds of that, because you got people in your family that might be an enemy to you also, because some people came through to challenge us and some people came through to support us, and vice versa. Some people came to challenge us, some people came to support us. That's just the balance of the universe. That's just what it is. So let me go to the word and break down. Then I'm gonna give you all the spiritual meanings, the 10-point spiritual meanings that I researched and put up there. What I found very interesting about the word that comes from the word profound, but I'm not going to break down the word profound. I'm going to stick with the word profundity for a reason, because the consonants of the word adds up to a master number 33. So if profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought, 33, which is the master number of healing, the master number of jovial and happy creativity, and also knowledge, because it adds up to the number 6, and 6 is the educational number in numerology, in the study of numbers. That's one of the educational, harmonizing, balancing numbers. So when you have deep insight and great depth of knowledge and thought, then you're supposed to bring balance to your life with that great insight, that deep insight, that great depth, and that knowledge of thoughts. Again, happy birthday to my dear friend Latoya Jackson and my grandchild Amir, brother Prince Amir. You know what I'm saying? So in the Chaldean system, the consonants of the word profundity, and remember, consonants of your name and the words represents the outer aspect of you. Let me say that again. The consonants of any word or any name represents the outer aspect of you. And because it adds up to a 34, a 31, which equals a 4, it's a foundation laying that you have to have when you're dealing with your deep insight, your great depth of knowledge. There's a foundation that you have to lay even to have profundity. You had to lay a foundation of information, because 6 again represents the educational number. And I'm not surprised that the vowels in the Pythagorean system, the vowels of it, the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, adds up to a number 25. Again, that is the number of deep research, observation, listening innately to your insight, your depth of knowledge, and being able to apply it. Because remember, this is the law of attraction number. So when you have profundity, or using your numerovational profundity and that deep insight, that great depth and knowledge of or thought, then you're supposed to attract what you're representing: people, places, and things. Oh man, I like to keep it simple. But the word itself, profundity, adds up to 58, which is a 13. 13 is the number of power and dominance. You've heard me say that about. So in your great insight, which the word means, deep insight and great depth of knowledge, it comes power. And you could either use that power constructively or destructively, because there's criminals that got deep insight and great depth of knowledge too in the criminal world. Let's be real. Let's be real about this. Al Capone had profundity. He had deep insight in what he was doing, because that is what he was aligned with. Michael Franchese, Sam the Bull. When you listen, I watch Sam the Bull and I laugh. He's born March the 12th. And Michael Franchese, other mobsters and former mobsters and all that, he born May the 27th. So I study even there where Al Capone is born January 17th, the same day as Muhammad Ali. So when I study their history and watch them, Bumpy Johnson was born October 31st. So when I study, for them to do what they did back in those days, they had to have a deep insight, great depth of knowledge and thought of what they're doing, which was inspiring towards a negative way, or it was transformational towards a negative way. Go figure that one out. That's deep to me when I look at those things. So when I say numerovational profundity, I, the numerovator, want to help others with the deep insight that I'm using and the great depth of knowledge that I have developed over years, or thoughts, to help others, because I'm the numerovator to help. I'm not the Terminator, I'm the numerovator. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the Terminator. And we seen what the movie The Terminator did. But when you want to create a movie like the Numerovator, is that every time you touch numbers or you touch people with their numbers and show them how they work, it's supposed to give them great insight, deep insight, and great depth of knowledge about themselves that they didn't have before, or it's supposed to confirm what they've always knew about themselves. That's the power of doing numerology from the perspective that Lloyd does it, but also from the perspective that I do it because I'm willing to break past the barriers. I'm willing to go beyond where no man or no woman is willing to go. I'm willing to see things from a holistic perspective and not just get caught up in one perspective. I'm willing to study. I'm willing to study gematria and Kabbalah. I'm willing to do that, but I keep it simple because sometimes the deeper lessons of gematria and Kabbalah can take you a little bit deeper to the point that some people go down the road where it becomes morbid and distractive and destructive. Some people didn't want to deal with numerology from that sense because they was introduced to it from that way. I had to tell a sister one time, like, no, that's not how you're supposed, because you might go into a book and you'll see the number 29, for example. I'm gonna go into a book where in this old book, if you get this book for the first time and you're born on the 29th, this book will have you drop that number 29 and like, and it'll have you thinking on a negative mindset because you're born on the 29th, when in actuality, the positive of the 29 is also there. But because he's dealing with compound numbers in general at a certain portion of his book, he says the 29. Let me tell you why I'm saying this. The 29, he says the 29. This number indicates uncertainties, treachery, deception of others. It foreshadows trials, tribulation, and unexpected dangers, unreliable friends, and grief and deception caused by members of the opposite sex. It gives grave warning if it comes out in anything concerning future events. And that's all he says about the 29. In one segment of his book. Yes, he cleans it up a little bit more, but if you're just born on the 29th and that's all you see for the first time, that's going to give you a distress signal. It's going to pull out some traumas out of you because you know it means something and you've seen the treachery and trials and tribulation throughout your life, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to stay there. That's why when I touch on that number 29 in my book, that's why it's called Numerovation for Mental Stability, a numerovational guide to recognizing mental instability. When I go to the number 29 in my book, I say, because of my deep studies of it, because of my deep insight and the great depth of knowledge and thought that I've put to this, it says the number 29 is the symbol of compassion and completion of vision. But it's also known as a number of uncertainty. So I have to give you the balance, treachery and deception, especially in regards to relationship with others. So don't you see the duality in that? Compassion and completion of vision is the positive. Uncertainty, deception, and treachery is the negative. So I have to give the duality of it, so you can accept it for what it is and manage your weakness that might stir you down that road of the 29's negative and keep you on the high, compassionate, and vision-orientated 29 energy. That's why you can say Michael Jackson was vision-orientated. People born on that 29th of the month. You can say that Tony Robbins, he's born February 29, vision-orientated. You can say this about them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you understand what I'm saying, put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. If you understand what I'm saying, put the number 1 in the chat. Because it's powerful how we can take how that sister that I told, no, don't look at numerology like that. when I ran into Robert E. Grant, and I have his book over here called Polymath. I have his book over here, Polymath. When I ran into Robert E. Grant at Billy Carson's house, he said to me, "Yo," he said, "King Simon, isn't numerology a beautiful science?" This is a mathematician, billionaire, millionaire, billionaire mathematician saying to King Simon, your brother, "Isn't numerology a beautiful science?" And I said, "It absolutely is." Me and him in conversing, we're talking about it, and I'm breaking down his name and why it's connected to the master number 33 and the 22 and all that, and showing him where Robert comes from, that Robert and him, we getting it in. And he was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And then he's born the same day as Janet Jackson. So I see his spirituality in this whole mathematical world and why he does what he does on his IG when he deals with the geometric shapes and all that, and the 369, and you want to go in there. I see what he's doing and I respect it. I have his number. I haven't called him yet to bring him on my show, but I will one day. After this award show, we're gonna work on that. So going back to the word profundity, remember it has the number 13 in the Pythagorean, and it has the number 46, which is a 10 in the Chaldean. And again, because the meaning of the word profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought, the 13 says, with your great insight and your knowledge of thought, that means it brings power, because in numerology, that compound number is a number of power and dominance. But if you don't use it correctly, if you don't use your insight and your great depth of knowledge correctly, it can wreak havoc. That's what I wrote about it in my book also. And there's various other cross-reference books that I could use in the numerology world, because it is one of those numbers. In my book, I said the number 13 is the symbol of power and dominion, if properly understood. But if it is wrongly used, it will wreak destruction upon itself, according to some occult studies. It is known as a karmic number. So this word has a karmic energy that whatever you put in it, whether positive, negative, you're going to get it back. So if you're using your profundity, or your deep insight and great depth of knowledge for negative, you're going to get it back and smacked in your face just because of that 13. You will get it smacked right in your face, back at you. Because that is a karmic number, and karma means cause and effect, and it's about you putting out the good cause and then receiving the best effect. But if you put out the bad cause, the destructive cause, then you're going to get that back at you too. Oh, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And because it adds up to 46, which is a 10 in the Chaldean system, the 10 represents the wheel of fortune. But remember what the wheel of fortune says, and I wrote it in my book. It's the complete evolution in many studies, but it goes, and when I go down to the tarot card, remember the tarot card is the wheel of fortune. High levels of honor and respect, both known for positive and negative. So the word profundity connected to the wheel of fortune energy can be known for positive and negative. So your great insight, your deep insight, your great depth of knowledge can be known for positive and negative because of the wheel of fortune energy. Because you could be fortunate negative person as well as the fortunate positive person with the information or with the profundity that you offer to the world. Yo, man, this is powerful. Thank you very much. Lucy, what's up? You just getting in? It's all right, Lucy. Don't worry. You can rewind it and come again. Okay, thank you very much. Pray 7. Yeah, brother, you know numbers. The universe is with you, bro. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. You know what's saying? Hey, look, we all know it. We just need to tap into it. See, I don't give it to myself, although I respect the accolades, but I don't give it to myself, because all of us are living mathematics. Just like my dear Nairobi Sila said in her song, we are living math. Look at this, 10 10 fingers, 2 eyes, 32 teeth if you still got them, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 heart, 2 lungs. Dun, 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 dun. You know, we got all of this. But again, the internals of the words I want to look at also, because the internal, remember, in the study of numbers, because languages of old didn't have the vowels. The vowels represents the soul urge or the internal aspect of who you are and what you want to really bring out from your strength, your internal stuff, from what is internally in you, sometimes laying dormant in you. So the vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, in this case, Y is a vowel. O, U, I, and Y in profundity adds up to a number 25 in numerology. And the number 25 in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, the number 25 is the symbol of strength, experience, and observation. It's also the symbol of strife and trials and endurance and intuition. So in the internals of the word profundity, with your deep insight, with your great depth of knowledge and thought, it comes with strength, it comes with experience, it comes with observation, but it also comes with strife and trials. It also comes with endurance and intuition. It also comes with sometimes the negative of being paranoid, because sometimes when people get a certain amount of knowledge, they're afraid to talk it, they're afraid to tell it, because they think one of those alphabet organization is coming after them. So that 25 can also, the energy of the paranoia can be with that number 25. Being worried, because it adds up to the number 7. 7 is the number of worry. So people born on the 7th, the 16th, the 25th of any month, if they worry too much, that can cause a problem. People can worry themselves to sickness, worry themselves to death. We've heard the sayings. Why worry yourself to death? Stop worrying yourself to death. You're going to worry yourself until you're sick, because everything starts in the mind. And that mind is coming from that connection to the divine universe. And we're downloading, uploading, doing what we got to do, because it's all connected. Man, look. And my classes are even deeper. It's just that my courses are focusing more on the human element and not the word play and not the word, sound, and power. So these lessons that I put up here, this is bonus stuff. This is bonus stuff. But my 8-hour course is going to relate to you, the individual, and how to use it for yourself and your family and people around you when you're studying and paying attention to celebrities and all that. That's what I'm doing with my courses. It's totally different than these. My course is totally different than this. And you'll see my growth and development, because that course was done probably some years ago. You'll see my growth and development. My 8-hour course, if any of y'all do my 2-hour course on Udemy, udemy.com, of course, here it is right here. If any of y'all take my Udemy course right now, you get a discount for my 8-hour course. The Udemy course usually rides from $9.99 all the way to $70, $74. But if you take my 2-hour introductory course into holistic numerovation, then you could text me, show me the receipt that you did take the basic course, and I will take off $111 off of the price of the 8-hour course. The 8-hour course is a real raw, uncut chalkboard and also PowerPoint course. That's how powerful that one. That's chalkboard and PowerPoint. But I do suggest that you get all my books first, because I come out of my books, but I also come out of other books. I also come out of Lloyd's book too. I come out of the Vedic numerologist named Harish Johari's book. I come out of various books within my long extended workshop, the 8-hour workshop. I come out with a lot of different books, and I show it to you in the front of the page, just like I'm doing with this. I give you time to take a snapshot. If you're watching it on your television or not, and once you get that 8-hour link, it's yours for you to study. It's yours for the rest. As long as YouTube is up, because it's on a private link on YouTube, you get to watch it. It's always yours, as long as this world ain't gone yet. So getting back to the point, in the Pythagorean system, the A, E, I, O, U adds up to a number 25. The internals of the word. So that internally tells me that the importance of the great depth of knowledge that this is, that the word means, it's also part of the internal part. Because remember, 7 and 6 are the educational and research numbers in numerology. The people that's born under the 6th, the 24th or the 15th of the month love education, love to learn at any capacity. They still have that childlike mentality to want to learn everything. The 7 deals with the deeper research. After the 6, it takes it on a deeper research because 7s don't take nothing on face value. So if you're born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of month, most of my clients, and I always say this to them, most of my clients, right, that come to me to do a numerovational session, which is so funny to me. And I tell them, I can tell that they're number 7. And I always say, oh, you probably were studying me before you even decided to do this. People born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of any month always say that to me. Because I always ask them the question. I bet you've seen me for a long time and you just decided to do it, right? They always, without no cap. I'm telling you, no cap. This is real. Every time I talk to somebody born either on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month, they'll tell me that they've been studying this for a while and they've been watching me for a while. And now they decided to do it because that's what 7s do. They do the research. They dig deep. They don't take nothing on face value. They can be kind of statistical sometimes, because they got to know and study for themselves. Look, they got to know and study for themselves. And I understand, and I want them to do that. I want them to study me. I want them to go and do cross-reference. I want them to go and figure it out. And then come to me and say, I was really skeptical about this. I didn't know, because 7 is so, sometimes if they're taught from young about religion and Islam or Christianity and all that, they will stick with that wholeheartedly because the number 7 rules the religious world. Elijah Muhammad born on the 7th. And although Mother Teresa is born on August the 26th, when you add that August the 26th, it breaks down to the number 34, which is a 7, her alignment number. Minister Farrakhan is connected. His alignment number is a 7. May the 11th equals 16, which is a 7. So I'm not making nothing up. When Billy Graham is connected to the number 7. Joel Osteen is connected to the number 7, and he's born July the 5th. If I'm not mistaken, but he's born in that month of the 7. Reverend Ike, who I quote, he's born June the 1st. 6 + 1 = 7. I can't make none of this stuff up. I'm trying to tell you, all my names, the legal names on my birth certificate, adds up to a number 7 in the Pythagorean system. So that's why I got to do the deep research. That's why I do what I do. I do anything. I do what I want to do. I do anything for you. Big up to the late, great Delroy Morgan. So again, 7 and 6 in the vowel energy is telling you about the educational prowess that you have to have when you're dealing with profundity. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the word profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. In another way, it also means profundity describes being thoughtful, deep, and wise. Your profundity might inspire friends to come to you for advice. How many of you have friends that come to you for advice? Because of your depth of knowledge or some of your insight, they really respect you. How many people come to you? Put a number 1 in the chat if you have friends that come to you all the time for that type of information or something. Put a number 1 in the chat if you have friends that comes to you for deep insight or advice all the time because they see your growth in this knowledge, this spirituality, this metaphysics. Even my mother even asked me questions. My father asked me questions. And he's a whole minister, on the Creflo Dollar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? That's right. That's why Joel was born. I thought he was born July. You know who was born July 5th? I'm sorry. You know who's born July 5th? What's his name? He's born March 5th. Joel is born March 5th. You know who's born July 5th? It was Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is born July 5th. Bob Proctor. Well, Joel Osteen being born on March the 5th, that tells me that he has an old soul, and that 3 and that 5 is an old soul energy. So thank you very much. Yeah, Joel Osteen is born March the 5th. Let me look that up again because I know I was probably mixing them up in my head with Bob Proctor, because Bob Proctor's birthday is definitely July 5th. Yeah, Joel Osteen is definitely born March the 5th, and he inherited that stuff from his father. He inherited that whole business from his father. But his alignment numbers are 8, and when you add that 5, that 3 plus the 5, yeah, 3 plus the 5. I know he was born on the 5th. I was just trying to make sure. 3 plus the 5 equals 8, and then that 1963, that equals 1971. What's so interesting about that now? That's 17. That's 18. Now 18 is a number 9 of intuition, but that's a number. That's a number of international reach. So Joel Osteen have an international reach. But let me see something. There's something my spirit is telling me to go somewhere. Hold on one second. My spirit is telling me to go somewhere, family. It's telling me to go somewhere with Joel. My spirit is telling me to go somewhere. That's what it was. His name, Joel, adds up to a number 16, which is a 7 in the Chaldean system. That's what it is. His name, Joel. Let me put it in the chat. Joel. Oops, sorry. Hold on one second. Name, Joel, Joel. Because I remember doing his name, and I've got it mixed up. His name, Joel, 1 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3. It equals 16, which is a 7. Yes, equals 16, which is a 7. That's where I'm remember, because I do all these guys' birthdays and their names and all of that. So I probably got it mixed up. But yes, the name Joel adds up to a number 7. So I'm correct from that aspect. His birthday wasn't connected to the 7, but his name Joel in the Chaldean system adds up to the number 7. There it is. I just put it up there. The name Joel adds up to a number 7. So again, 7 is attached to spirituality and religion. So I'm not wrong. I called the wrong birthday, but I'm not wrong, but I know what it is. And because he is born with that 8 alignment number, remember, he inherited that church from his father. And 8 is the number of legacy leavers or legacy carriers. Either you're going to leave a legacy or you're going to carry the legacy on. And that's what he's done with his father. But his name is Joel, and it adds up in the Chaldean system to the number 16, which is a 7. In the Pythagorean system is, 1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 3 equals a number 15, which is education again. Now it comes back to education. It's similar to the word profundity, because the word profundity adds up to a 7 in one aspect and a number 6 in another aspect. So it deals with deep education, deep learning, spiritual learning, and all that. So even his name in both systems adds up to the 6 and the 7. So yeah, you ain't gonna mess with King Simon. I know the 7 was there somewhere. That's why my spirit says, go to his name, King. You did this already. That's why I go with my spirit. It told me to go to the name. You've done this already. It's just that I get mixed up because I got so much information, so many birthdays in my head, so many names and their breakdowns in my head. I just get mixed up. Yeah, he inherited that church. Go study his father. Go study his father. His father was the one that started that whole movement. It's just Joel is a very good storyteller. And if you listen to him, I've heard him. When I'm at my mother's house, she watches him. She used to watch Frederick Price and all these guys. So I used to watch his father back in the day when I was younger. But when he inherited the church, he said, my father used to say that. He used to break down the scripture, and he used to direct me to the scriptures and all that. So yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. I'm trying to tell people. Oh, baby, I'm not new to this. I study this. but there's so much in my head when it comes to numbers. So much in my head when it comes to numbers. Like Phil Valentine said one time, he said, man, he's read so many books, he don't know when the information gonna come. That's the same with me. I've read so much information in the book says, boom, you know, um, it just comes. And I'm still studying. I'm not a master at anything. People like to call me a master. No, I'm a master student. If you're gonna put master, you better put student next to it. I like to be that student. I like to learn. Okay, so last but not least, I want to go to the angel and the angle numbers. Angel and angle numbers of each of the word profundity, because the angle number itself still adds up to the same thing. It still adds up to 13. And the angle or angel number adds up to a number 10, which is the wheel of fortune, which is the 1, the 13, which is the power number, which is the 4. But when I go into books like this, Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue, or Synchronicity Numbers by Anne-Marie Uber, who I'm a part of her network also. Anne-Marie Uber, we just haven't connected, because I would bring her on my show. I have no problems with that. Me, I would bring on Doreen Virtue just to find out why she made her trans, although she already said it, why she made her trans. And I would really in-depthly question her, about the nuances and its connection to Jesus and God and the church and the numbers. And we all using these numbers. Something told you to stop. Somebody told you to stop. It wasn't just because you mentioned Jesus, Muhammad, and Moses in this book. I don't know how you stop it. You look like you just went backwards instead of going forward. But that's her business. That's not mine. So when I go into her book about the 2, 5, and 6, and how did I get to the 2, 5, and 6? What I did was add the double numbers. 79 plus 66 plus 35 plus 49 plus 27 equals 256. When I did it in the Chaldean system, 82 plus 78 plus 65 plus 41 plus 41 equals 307. So that's how I found the quote unquote angel or angle numbers. And remember, angel and angles is the same word. Angle and angel is the same word. It's just that if you start seeing these angel numbers, what they have deemed angel numbers that became popularized probably in the late 80s, early 90s. When you start seeing these angel numbers, it's also alerting you on what angle you're going to take in life. So angel numbers can be a single digit number, a double digit number, a triple digit number, or a 4-digit number, or going on. If you constantly see, if you're seeing 8 5s like they have on those billboards for lawyers and all that, there you might see 88888888888. If you're seeing that constantly, or you see 22222222222, the strength of the number is always the first number, and then everything else follows. The strength of that particular number sequence, this is 256, this is 307. Because it leads with the number 3 or the number 2, that is the strength of 256, because it leads with that cycle of the 200 or the number 2. So you always know that the 2 deals with the first thing, it deals with the 200. It's dealing with compassion and bringing some form of balance in companionship when you start looking at that number. When you deal with the 3, it brings some type of expansion and growth and some type of happiness when it comes with starting with the number 3. So now you know the basic nuances of it, because it still goes back to the number 2 and it goes back to the number 3. These are just added dimensions to the angel numbers. But what she says in her book, 256, she says, you are making positive changes. Remember what the word mean. Remember what the word mean, family. Please remember what the word profundity means. Gotta always add that. Remember what the word profundity means. I've been talking about it all through this lesson. Remember what the word profundity means. It means deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. So watch what she says out of her book talking about 256. She says, you are making positive changes that will help you better provide for yourself and your loved ones. That's all she says. That's all she says. You are making positive changes that will help you better provide for yourself and your loved ones. So, with great depth and deep insight and depth of knowledge, you don't think you could help your family and your loved ones? Of course you could. As long as you're willing to apply what you're learning from that deep insight, from that great depth of knowledge, of course you'd be able to help your family with this. She says you're making positive changes. The changes that you're taking in the deep insight and the information. That is part of the change that will help you better provide for yourself and others. Because anytime you get to a new job, they always have somebody advising you on how to do this new job. When you want to set up a new business, you got to know the demographics. You got to know all of your mission statements have to be intact so you can make this business successful. So you have to have deep insight and great depth of knowledge of what you want to do if you want to provide for yourself and your family. She just said you're making positive changes that will help you better provide for yourself and your loved ones. It connects. Connects as far as from my perspective, because remember, this is the numerovational perspective. That's all this is. This is the numerovational perspective. You know, this is the numerovational perspective. Whoa. Hold on a second. Okay. Big up to Billy Carson. He just texted me. Remember, the award show is ready. If you want to buy one, get one free. They got this going on right now. I'm going to send you a link. Buy one, get one free. I might give out a pair of tickets after. Hold on, let me give out a pair. I might give out a pair of tickets. But if you want to buy one and get a ticket to the conference free, we'll put it in the chat. Boom. Come on out to the award show and hang out with myself, Dr. B, Brother Rich, and Michael Beckwith, and all kinds of great people that's going to be there. It's in the chat right now. So if you want to click on that link and you want to come out to the Forbidden Knowledge Conscious Award, if you can make it to Miami and come out and hang out with us. If you do, they also have a link to the discount for the hotels that everybody's going to be staying in. I believe also Shaka Bars might be coming back again. But, big up to Billy just texting me just to make sure we all good. And at the Gathering of the Masters event, I will be the only table with Billy Carson's books. I will be the only table with Billy Carson's books. At the Gathering of the Master, I will be the only table with Billy Carson's book. Say that again. I will be the only table with Billy Carson's book at the Gathering of the Masters. And my book, mine and his book is going to be up there for sale. Definitely. All right. Because he can't make it. So we're gonna definitely make it happen. All right. As a matter of fact, I ordered a certain amount of books. So I ordered 4 different books. I'm going to have Woke Doesn't Mean Broke. He's showing me that right now. I'm going to have Compendium of the Emerald Tablets. I'll have Fractal Holographic Universe. Those are the 3 books. Yeah, the 3 books that I will have on my table alongside my Numerovation for Mental Stability books and my children books. I will not have Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. I will not have Numbers Are Simple, Children's Health is Important. I will not have those. I'm going to stay focused because I got to make sure I'm not too congested on my table, because I might have to do some live sessions in the background or something like that. But I will be, depending on how long each speaker is going to be on, because we got to keep a time, and because I am the MC, I got to keep a time at the Gathering of the Masters. I'm very good at keeping time and keeping order and making sure people get on and get off the stage. I'm very good at that. I've been doing that since I was young. All right, so Just want to big up Billy Carson and big up to Brother Rich, doing fabulous work. And those who want to come to my event, the tribute, Dr. B confirmed that he will be there to say a few words. He might even bring out his drums. Brother Rich said he will say a few words. Also, we have. I was gonna do the comedy show, but I can't accommodate the comedy show. Red Pill and Blue Pill definitely gonna say a few words and do their thing. And Blue Pill is actually making food for that event. Tassili is gonna do the libation for it. I'm trying to get Carrie Ann Ingram out. A few surprise guests are gonna pass through and say a few things about Dick Gregory. And then later on that evening, that after like about 3 o'clock, we're gonna have Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mira Kwesi. It's gonna be a 1 day, all day event. We're going to have food. It's going to be air conditioned. It's a beautiful place. You want to come on out. It's going to be a new spot in Stone Mountain. We're going to put that address down in the link on September 1st. But tickets, the early bird tickets are on sale right now. Early bird tickets are only $25 for this whole day event. This is good. Early bird tickets going up to $35. That's going up to $45. And then the last price will be $55. So everybody, because it's still going to be reasonable. Just like Brother Rich is only charging $55 a day. Still going to be reasonable for you can support vendors and all that kind of stuff during this event. Ashra Kwesi comes in every now and then, but we're bringing him again this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's my Babos. We're going to bring in him. Last but not least, 307. Last but not least, 307. Remember again what the word profundity means. Remember, today's lesson is numerovational profundity. How we can use the great depth of information and knowledge. The word profundity means exactly what it says. Deep insight, great depth of knowledge or thought. Numerovation can help, and its interpretation can help provide that. Numerovational profundity. So once you look at that word, why I use it is just not only to put it into your English or your word casket so you can use it yourself, but I want to make sure people understand where I'm coming from, even what the word means in a numerovational perspective and how it's all connected to what it's saying and what it means. So when I go to, in her book, 307 in her book, it says, good for you. You've been listening to divine guidance and have adjusted your course of action so that you're now operating from a place of loving wisdom. 307, the word profundity to the angel number theory or theology, because I added the 82 plus the 78 plus the 65 plus the 41 plus the 41 adds up to 307. She says in her angel number book, if you're seeing it constantly or if you're in sync with it in any way, it says, good for you. You've been listening to divine guidance, insight, great depth of knowledge, and have adjusted your course of action so that you're now operating from a place of loving wisdom. The internal of the word profundity adds up to a number 6, which is one of the love frequency in the Chaldean system. The consonants of the word profundity adds up to a master number 33, which is the higher level of love, healing, jovial. So when you use this word in its most profound and productive way, because it adds up to a 307, it says, good for you. You've been listening to the divine guidance, the divine deep insight, the divine great depth of knowledge, and have adjusted your course of action so that you're now operating from a place of loving wisdom. The 6s and the 33s, the loving energy of this, loving wisdom of the word profundity. And this can be so useful and allowing people to be better, no matter what's going on out there, family. No matter what's going out on the street, what they're saying in the elections and all that. I want you all to, yes, prepare for whatever they're doing, but also make sure you keep a higher level of thinking, a higher level of deep insight, a higher level of great depth of knowledge. But having great insight, deep insight, great depth of knowledge means nothing if you don't apply it. It means nothing if you don't apply it. It means nothing if you don't apply it. It means nothing if you don't apply it. All right, family? Whew. Man. Matter of fact, I should go into the synchronicity book. Let's see what she says in synchronicity about 256. What she says about 256. Synchronicity by Anne-Marie Oba. I forgot to go into that. Let's go into that book. Let's see what she says. 256. Boom. 256. Supreme balance. This is a powerful number of harmony and magnificence. All things are balanced with 2, 5, and 6, 256. One must be careful not to let one side of nature take precedence, or you will lose this harmony. It is a number of windfalls, good fortune, and overcoming difficulties. 256 will overcome all hindrances or blockage. Her mantra for that word, that number 256, is God or the Creator is my supply and my strength. Makes sense. But it's the deep insight and the depth knowledge of the God inside of you. And that brings about harmony and a certain amount of magnificence out of us that we have to pay attention to. And that's from the word, that's from just what's it? And she says it's supreme balance, because the number 256 adds up to 13, which is a 4, and 4 is one of the foundation laying numbers of balance. So anytime you have 4 in your charts, in your numerical chart, whether it's under the number 4, the number 13, the number 22, the number 30, the 31, it's about supreme balance, but it's about laying the foundation. Laying the foundation is going to be very important. Laying that foundation. And let's see what she says about 307 in her book. That's this book, Synchronicity Numbers by Anne-Marie Uber. Take your picture if you want. Take a picture if you want to get a book. Anne-Marie Uber. 307. I'm trying to show you how to read these books that we call numerology. Any one of them. I don't care. The way I'm teaching these lessons, I'm showing you how to tap in and take and extract what you need. And what you don't need, you put it to the side. But you extract what you need to make yourself a little better, make yourself take on the deeper insight and the great depth of knowledge that these things have to offer, not to control you, but to guide you, not for you to control people, but for you to guide people. That's all I want you to do. Let's see what she says about 307. 307 in her book, she says, epiphany. That word epiphany. I have to break that word down one day. Not today. It's almost 11:26. 11:26. Epiphany. 307. Epiphany. This is a number of divine wisdom. All that you have been seeking is coming to a cohesive whole. All previous studies have not been wasted and are merging together into truth. Any situation you are currently in will be revealing divine truth to you. You will know that which was previously hidden and that which was previously misunderstood and that which was misrepresented. All will be out in the open. I see what she's doing that. I see where she's coming. You will feel relief with this number and the sense of joining with all that is. The mantra of that number is, I am at one with divine, all is one. I am at one with the divine, and all is one. Why does she say that? Of course, because 307 adds up to a number 10, which is a 1. So when she says, I am at all, I am I'm at one with the divine, and all is one. Because remember, the 0 that this 307 adds up to, the 10, 0 is the womb that all numbers come out of it. There's only 2 numbers that can keep on going infinitely. It's the number 0 and the number 8. Those are the only 2 numbers that can keep on going around and around and around, or in the 8 symbolism cycle, it can keep on going as soon as you write it down. If you keep on going all around and around, that's the only number that can do that. And 8 is the only number that can do this. Without stop, without even lifting up the paper and lifting up the pen, without even with the 0, you can do the same thing. Without even lifting up, you could keep on making this 0. I'm trying to show you something. In certain systems, the number 8 is 2 zeros on top of each other. One representing the building aspect, one representing the destructive aspect. In certain systems. Just showing you. Those are the only 2 numbers that can keep on going and keep on infinitely. That's why they're infinite numbers. Man, yo, isn't numerology a beautiful science? Isn't it beautiful science? Studying numbers? Isn't it beautiful? That's what Robert E. Grant said to me. So again, 307 is the epiphany number according to her. And any situation you are currently in will be revealing divine truth to you. So if you're seeing 307, things are going to be revealed to you, because 7 is the revealer. And so is the number 0. So is the symbol 0, is the number of revelation also, or revealing things. 0, but it adds extremity when it's connected to a number, whether it's behind the number or in front of the number. There's an extremity that comes with it, an extreme potential, extreme power that comes with it. On that note, family, man, on that note, your brother has to take a step to the rear and get the heck out of here. Your brother has to take a step to the rear and get the heck out of here. Take a step to the rear and get the heck out of here. Once again, happy birthday to my grandson. He's 13 now. Happy birthday to my dear friend LaToya Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Professor X, what's up? What up? Is that the original Professor X? I think the original Professor X passed on, the traditional, from X Clan, I think he passed on. Oh, is he still, he's still here, right? Professor X from the X Clan is still here, right? I think he is. Let me see. Professor X. Professor X. I wouldn't be surprised if they watch it too, because I know some celebrities are watching me on their own time. I heard about it. Professor X. That's Xavier. I'm talking about let me see something. Yeah, my man Lumumba, Professor X. That was my man Lumumba. I knew Lumumba. He was a good friend of mine. The last time I seen him before he transitioned was at a fashion show. Lumumba was born August from the X Clan. Professor X from the X Clan. He was born August 4th, 1956, and he transitioned. I think it was leukemia he passed off of. Yeah, he was the son. He was named Lumumba. He was the son of Sonny Carson. That's why when you said Professor X, I'm like, didn't Professor X passed on? And I knew him, so it wouldn't be surprising if he was still alive. He would run into me now, but we ran into each other at a fashion show. And we was just laughing and talking about it. But he did look kind of slim and all that kind of stuff. So big up to the spirit of Lumumba Carson, a.k.a. Professor X from the X Clan, an old friend of mine, because all of us used to live in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We all used to live in Brooklyn back in the day. Yeah. Grand Verbalizer, what time it is. Big up to the Grand Verbalizer Jay. Of course, got to big up to him also. Grand Verbalizer, what time it is. Oh, you the female one. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. Okay, you the female one. Good, good, good. Professor Excellent. Professor Excellent. I understand. I understand. Family, once again, want to thank each and every one of y'all. And remember, profundity means deep insight and great depth of knowledge. Oh, I forgot. Boom, I wanted to pull this out. Here it is. The spiritual meaning of profundity includes deep depth of understanding. Profundity represents a deep. Let me remove myself. You don't need to see me. You just need to see what's on the board there. Let me knock out some of this stuff that's on the board. Let me take that down. And okay, so this is what I wanted to share with y'all before I finish. Got a little time. I still got time. The spiritual meaning. This is what I gathered overnight. The spiritual meaning of profundity includes depth of understanding. Profundity represents a deep understanding of spiritual truths, concepts, and mysteries. Second, inner wisdom. It symbolizes the ability to access inner wisdom, intuition, and inner knowing. Number three, spiritual growth. Profundity signifies spiritual growth, maturity, and evolution. Number four, connection to the divine. It represents a deep connection to the divine, the universe, or a higher power. Number five, mystical experiences. Profundity can be associated with mystical experiences, revelation, and spiritual awakening. Number six, inner exploration. It encouraged exploration of the inner self, soul, and consciousness. Number seven, wisdom and insight. Profundity offers wisdom, insight, and a deeper perspective on life and spiritual journeys. Number eight, contemplation and reflection. It involves contemplation, reflection, and introspection, leading to a deeper understanding of oneself and the universe. Number nine, higher states of consciousness. Profundity can represent higher states of consciousness, enlightenment, and spiritual illumination. And number 10, mystical and esoteric knowledge. It can symbolize mystical and esoteric knowledge, hidden truths, and secret wisdom. Remember, the spiritual meaning of profundity is subjective and personal and may vary depending on individuals' belief and experiences. Yes, very powerful. Very powerful indeed. This is what I gathered overnight as I was doing my research, the 10-point meaning of the spiritual meaning of profundity. That's what I was gathering overnight. So just wanted to show that to y'all before I leave, before I end this broadcast. And I was going to have people call in, but you know what? I'll take 3 callers. If you want 3 callers to call in, maybe some new people if you want to call in, if this is your first time tuning in, give me a call right now. You know, so if you want to call in right now, the number's here. What does this mean to you now that you understand what profundity means? The question is on the board, what does this mean to you? How can this help you in any way? How does numerovational profundity help you in any way? You can call in right now at 718-210 8853. Be a part of legacy, be a part of the journey. Again, the word profundity means deep insight, great depth of knowledge and thoughts. But when you add numerovation to it, you're using the numerovational interpretation and its deep insight and great depth to help give you at least a path on where you need to go. That's what it's all about. For me, at least, when you do a session with me. So anybody wants to call in, the number is wide open. Let me turn on the phone line, make sure the phone line is up. Okay, yes, the phone line is up. Call in. The number is 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. That's 718-210-8853. That's 718. And if you live outside of the United States, put +1 718. It's probably 1-718-210-8853. You can call me now. Make sure you turn down whatever apparatuses you're listening to me and talk to me over the phone. Talk to me over the phone. Turn down any apparatus you're listening to me and talk to me over the phone. Yes, greetings. Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective. Who am I speaking with?
Yes, I realize this Professor X.
Who is this?
Professor X.
Hey, Professor X. How you doing, my dear? How's everything?
Everything is wonderful. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. What does the word profundity means to you, and how are you using the deep insight and great depth of knowledge that you've acquired over your lifetime?
Oh, great.
Great.
Oh, great.
Take your time.
Let me see. Wow.
It's really, yeah, take your time. Take your time.
I'm actually a light being. I deal with the cosmos a lot. With the sun, moon, stars, the moon. I'm a sun gazer. I'll be teaching numerology and a lot of things I see that you do. I teach that also. I teach about like everything, a lot of things about the cosmos. I actually am a sun gazer. I've been sun gazing for 17 years now. I have BO Sonetta TV. I'm the one who was up there that I think last week I was up there and I seen your comment. He was like, she's on another level. I'm the one had on the hat. And they call me Cosmo Kid Young.
Yeah. I remember. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I remember. Yes. How you doing?
Yeah, and do you remember me from Sonetta's after party?
Sonetta's what?
At his after party.
I don't remember the after party. We made when was that? What year was that?
I believe that was in 2018 or 2019. Under when you turned to flip down the Soul Trade line, when you flipped it, I'm the one who came down the Alpha.
Oh, okay. I don't recall that. I don't know if I was there. Was I there? I don't remember me being there. I don't know if I was there.
Yes, I have a video. I have a video where one of the brothers had made a video of us like while we was coming down the Soul Trade line. So I got the video. You can see you turn the flip. I remember the award show Sonetta had.
Oh, no, the award show in 2012.
In New York.
The award show in 2012. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, his after party.
Okay, yeah, I think I think I did come to the after party. Yeah, I think I did come to the after party. I'm not sure, but yeah,
everybody was there. I got a chance to meet like a lot of y'all.
Right.
I've been following Sonetta for like forever.
Well, thank you.
18 years. I'm actually a mod over there.
Right.
And I've been trying to like get a lot of my information out of Sonetta because I'm the one who know about the markings in our hands that you talk about, like the numbers and numerology, how to break down everybody's. I call them binary codes. Binary codes.
Right.
And I know how to break down the hand and the sole of our feet.
Yes.
And I've been trying to get on a panel to share this information that I have and show videos where you'll see the sun. Put me inside the sun.
No,
actual videos of
Professor X. If you don't get on panel, create your own panel. That's all. Create your own. That's what I don't throw myself on any place that I'm not invited. Just go ahead and create your own, write your own book so you can be out there. I have 2
coloring books out there.
Yeah, then just keep it moving, okay? So that's
okay.
All right. Thank you very much for coming.
I keep watching y'all.
Thank you very much for coming in and keep on doing your great work, all right? All right.
Okay, great.
All right, peace. All right, hello, welcome to King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Who am I speaking with?
Hello, this is the brother King Simon.
Yes, this is brother King Simon. How are you, man?
I'm good. My name is Marion.
How you doing there? How does the How does the word profundity helps with you? The deep insight. What deep insight have you gathered over this long period of life that you have, or this lifetime that you have, has helped yourself and helped others? What's going on? Talk to me.
Well, I just turned 23.
Okay. I'm sorry. You don't. That don't mean nothing. You could be an old soul. That don't mean nothing. Mean a darn thing to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm just really trying to understand myself more. Understand my value, what I bring. I was born on the 8th as well, June 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm really just trying to figure it out.
What are you trying to figure out? Really and truly, what are you trying to figure out? Because you already know what you're trying to figure out. What are you trying to figure
out? I'm trying to figure out how to stay stronger within myself.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, stay consistent too with like my creativity as well.
Well, one thing about people born, you're born the same day as Kanye West, as you may know. And Kanye, because y'all alignment numbers are 5, y'all got to be very mindful of being scattered and not being willing to use your creativity and be disciplined to want to make sure you manifest this creativity and put this creativity to work. Because everything can be put to work. Anything can be created a business. But if you're all scattered and all over the place, you're trying, and like you say, trying to figure it out when you already know what you need to do. Is just one thing at a time. It's not like you can't do everything. You just do one thing at a time, because 8 is the number of discipline, order, structure. So if you're not putting that discipline, order, and structure and willing to recognize what's an asset in your life or liability, both people, places, things, and everything that's around you, then you'll keep on figuring it out until you leave this planet. When you need to discipline yourself, you know what you need to do, but are you focused? And sometimes
I can definitely be more focused.
And that's your alignment number. Your alignment number is a 14, which is a 5, and that can throw you off focus. But one thing I like about Kanye, when he gets focused in his music and his creativity, which is that 14-5, that is a creative number, that's when you know he's producing some magnificent stuff. When he gets erratic and crazy, that's when the problem comes about. That's the problem. But you can do.
Lately, I've been working on a cardiology album for music.
But don't work on it. Do it and put it out. Don't stop. Yeah. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Be about it.
The goal is to put it out by December, so I'm gonna make it happen.
Do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear you talk. People want to see you do. That's why, from my perspective, when I was younger, my parents wanted to see me show and prove. That's why in the 5% nation, they used to have show and prove. Show and prove. Don't talk. Show and prove. So if you're working on it, then you have a goal. Then you can manifest your goal. Say, look, I'm going to do this in 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. The 8 of every month, I'm going to take my goal to the next level. I'm going to do this in 8 years, 80 years. You got long-term goals, short-term goals, but you got to use that number 8 because that's a number of power and recognizing your need to expand your brand and have multiple streams of income. So it's not just about the cards. You could create your own cards. You can create your own books behind it. You can create your own music behind it. You can do whatever you want with it. Now you're expanding into more fields. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. I wish you the best in whatever you're doing. Thank you for calling in. Okay.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace and love. That's our sister born the 6th, born the same day as Kanye West. Look, no matter what people think about Kanye do the damn thing. He has enough. He can walk barefoot. He has enough millions. He can walk barefoot because in the beginning cycles of his life, he put in that work in Chicago. He put that work in. And if you're not willing to put in that 8 work, that number 8 work with that creative aspect of that Gemini energy, that 5 energy connected to Gemini, or 6 plus 8 equals 14, which deals with the number 1, which is creative. 4 deals with discipline. That 14 deals with the taking the risk factor and the ability to deal with multitudes of people. You could hold your own powers dormant. People can hold their own powers dormant. I've met homeless people born the same day as Barack Obama and Fat Joe. But they hold their own powers dormant because of trauma, things that happen with their mama and their daddy and relationships. And one thing about people born under 8, they think they're all alone in the world. Like they don't only I'm all by myself in this and all that. And because they require loyalty. They require loyalty. Look what Kendrick wrote. He got loyalty and royalty inside his DNA. Because he's a number 17, which is an 8, he requires loyalty. And she that just called me, she's connected to that 8-6 frequency too, just like Kanye and just like Kendrick Lamar. So you should be riding the wave of what Kendrick is doing right now. I'm talking to that sister that just called in. You should be riding that way because both of y'all have the same similar frequency. It's just that he's born on the 17, which comes with another depth of that frequency, and you're born on the direct 8 that's with with a certain depth of that frequency. Just use it. And if you don't use it, then it will lie dormant. It's not that you don't use it, you lose it. That's not the case when it comes to numerology. Numerology is objective, it's not subjective. You have a choice to do the positive of it or the negative, the constructive or the destructive. It's up to you which way you're going to take. It's not subjective, it's objective. Now, profundity, as stated, can be subjective because of the information. It depends on the person's belief and all that. Profundity, the word, but numerology is objective because it does. These numbers don't care whether you believe in it or not. 0 and 8 don't give a damn. They gonna be who they are and work behind the scenes whether you believe it or not. They gonna do what they do. That's how powerful these numbers are. They don't care. Don't care if I go like this to 8. They don't give a damn. If I go like this to 0, it don't give a damn. It don't give a damn. It don't. I just erased it. You think it give a damn? No. In the numerology or the studies of numbers is the spiritual esoteric aspect. Mathematics, when you start doing the math and adding and subtracting, that's the physical aspect. There's duality here. That's all. So I add and subtract and then interpret because of my profundity. Again, the word profundity means deep insight, great depth and knowledge of thought of what I've been studying and still study to this day. So I'm always a student. Always my glass is halfway full because I'm always intaking, and you can call it whatever you want to call it after that. But anybody else want to call in? I had 2 beautiful people call in already. The number here, I'm taking one more caller, 718-210-8853. And after that, I'm going to go wink at the sun outside. I'm not going to sun gaze. I'm going to do what Dr. Africa told me. Wink at one eye, wink at it, and another eye, wink at it. And then close your eyes and then accept whatever the wink have to offer. Big up to Dr. Africa. Because you don't have to go out. Sun gazing is a certain part of the day. Like sunrise and sunset is the best part to do. And I've been sun gazing for almost 20 years. So it's because I've learned all of this since Sabi and Africa and Queen of Fu, and I was there, Dr. Khaled, all of this was talking about a lot of this stuff. So I've been doing this since I was young. I've got knowledge of self since I was 14. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, from the 5%. So remember, turn down your apparatuses that you're listening to me and talk to me throughout the phone, okay? Please talk to me through the phone. Welcome to the Numerovational Perspective. My name is King Simon. Who are we speaking with?
Charlie.
Who, Charlie?
Yeah.
What up, Charlie?
How you doing?
What up, Uncle Charlie? You all right? What's going on, man? Your phone kind of sounding muffled. You all right over there?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm getting to a close space so you can hear me clearly. How about now?
Oh, much better, much better. Now, let me ask you a question, brother. What does the word how have profundity helped you? This deep insight, great depth of knowledge that you've acquired over the years. How has it helped you? How have you applied it for yourself?
It has helped me in ways to see in which my decisions take me. For instance, because I'm into numerology as well. So I look into the days, add the days up.
Good.
See what kind of day and what's going on inside.
Right.
Apply to my life as well. And I mean, so sometimes I sit back and reflect.
Good.
It has helped me,
Good. And why did you get into numbers and studying of numerology? Why did you get into it?
Yeah, I've been a student all my life. I always like to learn, and I came across it a few years back because I'm into astrology as well, Western astrology and Eastern astrology. So I don't know how I came across it. I just came across it. I was fascinated with numbers and just go deeper into it.
Because it was drawn, it more than likely was drawn from you from something in your DNA and your RNA too. That's something in your DNA. I know that's what it is for me too. Because like I tell my story about my grandmother always sending birthday cards to everybody, and I always was like, that's interesting that my grandmother would get a box of cards and made sure these cards get to everybody for their birthday. You know what I'm saying? So something is in that DNA from your family, your grandparents, one of your mother, your father's side could have been somebody that was into the same thing you're into, just passed it on epigenetically into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
That's powerful, man. Which part of the world are you calling from?
North Carolina.
North Kakalaki, North Click. Big up to North Click, man. Which part?
Charlotte.
Oh man, my ex-wife has a store out there on Bedford. She owns the All Eyes on Egypt store.
Oh wow.
You ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my wife that owns that, Sister Anuket, my ex-wife. Yeah, my former wife. Yeah. I used to be in that community, but it was Muslim. The whole Nuwapian thing, I was in it when it was Muslim back in way in the 80s. Me and her was there. So she's still there. So, and if you ever want to do workshops, you can go there and talk to her and do a workshop there. If you're into numbers and astrology, go ahead, man. Go teach, man. Teach.
Yeah, I think I'm a few years behind on that. I know a lot, but I don't feel comfortable.
Don't do that to yourself. See, you're putting doubt, and that's not good. Don't do that. Just along the way, you're going to pick up and you're going to learn. I like what I said earlier. I'm always a student, so I'm always learning, even while I'm talking to you. I'm learning from what you're saying. That's why I'm encouraging you. Like, yo, change that language. You can go and teach. You said you know this. Now it's time to just keep on growing. Just grow in it. Because if Lloyd Strayhorn, I never took a formal class with one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn, who's an astronumerologist. But because I studied so much, and when him and I got into conversation, he said, yo, King, you're really good at this. You should teach. You should write a book. And it was him. And my first session was nervous. I was nervous, yes. But when I did that first class, that was it. Now it's time to go ahead and do it. Stop playing. Stop holding yourself. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. They need it in North Carolina. There's people that need your wisdom, because whatever perspective you're going to bring the astronumerology from, bring it. That's your perspective. And only people can do is respect your perspective. Numerovation is my perspective. It's my perspective. That's all. That's why this is called a numerovational perspective. That's all it is.
Understandable.
You know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid. When is your birthday anyway?
March 21st. Year.
Come on now. Come on now. You're born on the 21st. People born on the 21st are the talkers, the speakers, the writers. Umar Johnson is born on the 21st of the month. Jordan Peele is born on the 21st of the month. Samuel L. Jackson born on the 21st. Man, stop playing, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man. You bugging. You bugging. You know, you overthinking, and you don't need to.
Yeah, I'm definitely overthinking. I can definitely do that.
And you don't need to. You should think your way. If you know this last thing, and I'm gonna let you go. If you know it's positive and productive to your well-being and other well-being, just do it. You got nothing to lose, bro. What you got to lose? Nothing.
Everything in the game.
Exactly. If it was something negative, and now, because I know 21s of people born on a 3 can get into scandals and reckless and all that kind of craziness, I would tell you, don't go down that road. Go down the positive road of the number 21. That's why sometimes Umar Johnson get into a lot of trauma. That's why people like young Pharaoh, who's born under that number 3 energy, gets into a lot of trauma. That's why people like, certain people in this people connected to that number 3 energy gets into a lot of reckless talk with their mouth. As long as you're not reckless and you're building and you're explaining things from a jovial and fun attitude, there's nothing you can't do in this realm with that number 3 energy, bro. Nothing you can't do in this realm. You come on now. Don't come back. Next time you call in, you better tell me you got a book about to come out and you're about to teach some workshops. That's what I want to hear. That's all I want to hear from you after this. You ain't got no excuse because you got the knowledge, bro. And if you're buying my books or Lloyd books, just keep on adding on to your knowledge and go and teach and help people, because there's young people out there that's going to gravitate to you that needs the knowledge in North Kakalaki. Go ahead. Do it. All right?
All right.
Man, I appreciate you, number 21.
Well.
All right, my brother. Peace. That's it, man. Oh, see, come on, man. When I see those numbers, that number, like in my book, and if you do compound numerology, I talk about the number 21, and that's the number of the universe. It's the number of the crown of the Magi. In history, the Magi was able to turn little of nothing into something. They're the ones that was the alchemist. So you're an alchemist according to your mathematics. You have the crown of the Magi number and frequency, and it is a number of love, compassion, creativity, elevation, and success. All you have to do is do the positive and stay up there. That's why Umar Johnson is successful at what he does. I may not agree with a lot of the bull crap, but I understand why he's successful. That's why Usain Bolt, born on the 21st, is. That's why Jordan Peele, born on the 21st, is successful. Come on now. Man, do it till you're satisfied. Whatever it is, you got to do it. Just do it positive. Come and do it, baby. Do it till you're satisfied, man. Stop playing. Believe in yourself. And like Les Brown used to say, sometimes you got to believe in the people that believe in you until your belief kicks in. We say that again. Les Brown said that to us in a class. Sometimes you got to believe in the people that believes in you until your belief inside of you kicks in. Until it kicks in. It's like fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to kick in at some point in time in your life. It got to kick in. My alignment numbers are number 3. Why you think I'm writing books and I've been on stages? I've been on every major stage in New York except Barclay. I've been an MC. I've worked in comedy shows. I've done all of that. I've done it all of that because I'm not afraid. Was I nervous when I got on stage? Hell yeah, I got nervous. Yes, you're going to get your butterflies. Yes, you're going to feel nervous. I remember I'm renting a house from a friend, right? Her and I have been dear friends for like 40 years. She lives in New York. She's a teacher. When in 1990, I opened up for Shabba Ranks. At that time, those who know Shabba was the biggest artist of the 90s at that time. I opened up for Shabba. This girl, she asked me if I wanted a drink. And she knows I drink only orange juice and water. Every nightclub in New York knows me for orange juice and water or cranberry juice or pineapple juice. They know I don't drink no liquor. All my clubs that know me. Yo, Shabba, she gave me a drink of orange juice. This is what happens when she gave me the drink of orange juice. Now, this is her handing me the drink. And as I'm drinking, this is my hand like this with the drink. This is my hand with the drink. This is in a crowd of about 1,000 people. I'm on stage next to Road International at the Q Club in Queens, and I have this cup was filled with orange juice, and I shook the whole orange juice out the cup until I think I took one sip, and I shook the whole orange juice out the cup, and I passed her the cup, and she started laughing because I was so nervous. I was opening up for the biggest reggae star in reggae dance hall history. I was so nervous, but I went there and I rocked the show anyway with only 2 songs I sang before he came on because he was just coming into the club. They had him backstage getting ready to escort him in. Big up to BMW Mike, DJ Roy, DJ Yunny, and all those guys there, Desi, and all those guys that was part of Road International back in the day at the Q Club in Queens. Those who know Queens, the Q Club in Queens. I opened up for Shabba May 3rd, 1990. As a matter of fact, I got the list right here of a lot of the shows that I was doing. November 17th, I opened up for Shinehead and Sister Carol at the Biltmore Ballroom in 1989. In 1990, January 20th, I opened up for Mikey Jarrett, Trevor Sparks, and Sleepy Wonder at the Island Nightclub for Mandela's Freedom. On May the 3rd, I opened up for Shabba Ranks at the Q Club special anniversary. On 1990, April 15th, Easter special at Act 3, I opened up for Flower Gone. In 1990, September 7th through the 8th, Labor Day show in back of the Brooklyn Museum. I was brought on stage by Whirler Girl and sang a cappella and received good write-up in the newspaper in 1990. Also, that was one of my best years, 1990, added up to 19. I'm born on the 1st. And that's one of my power years, the number one. In 1991, February 19th, opened up for Brand Nubians and Public Enemy in Washington, D.C. at the Citadel Rink Hip Hop Conference. Yes, I did. So I've known Professor Griff and Brand Nubian for a long time. They might not remember because I was a reggae artist. I was like that. They put me up as an opening act because, you know, it wasn't about reggae. It was just a few people in the audience, but they put me on as an opening act. In 1991, also, March 12th, I opened up for El General. Those who know who the original reggaeton artist was, El General. I opened up for El General in 1991, March 12th, El General at the Reggae Campus Tour at John Jay. On 1991, June 16th, at Club Kiss in Montreal, Canada, at Native New Yorkers Modeling Fashion Showcase, I opened up for the top MC and rapper Freaky D at that time. In 1991, October 27th, I opened up for Ice Cube at the New York City Armory concert and Black Children Survival with Dr. Khalid. In 1992, February 24th, for the tribute to Bob Marley in Syracuse University, I opened up for the Meditation Band back in the day. In 1992, June 4th, I opened up for Prince Akeem, Kenny X, and Star and Crescent at the Star and Crescent at Muhammad University in the Nation of Islam in Chicago. In 1992, I performed at Q Club for Video Music Box with Ralph McDaniel, Uncle Ralph, and Super Cat. In 1992, October 24th, I performed for Clinton Lindsay 10th year anniversary with Whirler Girls and Shinehead. In 1992, October 25th, the next day, performed at the Arc nightclub with Red Fox, Rayvon, Shaggy, Screechy Don with Video Music Box. And on 1992, December, I performed at Dawson College Reggae meets Hip Hop concert and a talent show. That's just a few of my accolades that I've been doing for years. The book, No Promotion is Bad Promotion, baby. Me, King Simon. I'm that dude. Somebody say, wow, yeah, I've been there. And I'm saying that because my alignment numbers are 3, my personal numbers are 1, and my life path is an 8. So I'm destined to do that kind of stuff through those numbers, but also I'm also have the ability to be nervous at certain time because of that 3 energy. That's a nerve energy. I did get nervous. I was nervous. And I'm telling that brother, it's all right to be nervous. It's what you do with that nervousness is what counts. So I overcame. And one of the most other nervous times of my life is when I emceed a show in front of thousands of people. It was Urban Plaza. And it was about 2,000 people. It was a lot of people. And that was Rita Marley, Bob Marley's wife, and Julian Marley and Damian Gong Marley. I was the MC for that show. And because I was bringing on Rita Marley, I was so nervous because this is the mother, one of the founding members of the Wailing Wailers. She was the mother of reggae music. Married to the late great Bob Marley. I was so nervous. I was shaking. The mic was in my hand, shaking like this, like the orange juice at the Shabba Rankin show. The mic was in my hand, same way, shaking. I never forget those things. But that's why Les Brown used to say, during the hard times, you put it in your heart. But during the good times, you put it in your pocket. during the hard times when you got to go on that stage and do that study and do that this and do that and do your work, because it's 90% business, 10% show. When you got to put in that 90% business in the background, and so you can perform on that stage, you put it all in your heart. But when you finish off doing a great job on that stage, you put it in your pocket because they're paying you to get there, or you're getting paid, given accolades for being on those stages. So, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, family. Don't be afraid. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Just remember that. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Just remember that. Everything you want to accomplish, whether you want to be a chef in your life, whether you want, it requires knowledge. It requires profundity, great knowledge, great insight. It does require depth of knowledge and thought. It does require profundity or profundities. It does require to become a culinary artist, to be a chef, to be an artist, to be an artist of any kind, to work in any business, to form any business. It does require the word that I put up on this board, profundity, deep insight, great depth of knowledge. It does require that. But once you got the knowledge, if you keep the knowledge to yourself and don't expose the knowledge to the world, then people will not know what you have to offer. And that's why I call this numerovational profundity. That's why this lesson today was called Numerovational Profundity. All right. On that note, family, remember. Yesterday we had a great show with Baba James Smalls, Professor James Smalls, and surprise guest Ambassador Prince Michael came on. He was in Kenya. We was talking about healing Kenya, helping to send healing messages and healing to Kenya. He was in Kenya, Baba, and the great Michael, Ambassador Prince Michael, came on yesterday. It was a good show. This coming Sunday, I got my brother, Mr. B, Dr. B himself is coming in at 11:11 a.m. At 11:11 a.m., Dr. B will come in. Elevation of your time will help to elevate your mind. We're going to talk about that. I might have a special guest co-host, Carrie Ann Ingram might pass through also. And later on that night, I'm going to have Asir, the Duke of Tears. Remember, both of them will be at the award show. Both of them will be speaking, not at the award show. Dr. B will be at the award show, but both of them will be speaking at the Gathering of the Masters, which is already sold out. But you know that the live stream is available right now at Eventbrite.com / Gathering of the Master live stream. So make sure you go to there. And so I can't wait to have them on, of course. Next week, Wednesday on our show, myself and Carrie Ann Ingram, Nairobi Vision is going to be on with us. That's going to be powerful. And remember, family, please vote for your brother. Stop playing. Vote for your brother. 954-245-0086. You can vote more than one time. If you have a different email, you can vote more than one time. All right? 954-245-0086. If you can't get to the direct link, you may need the direct link to be able to vote if you can't do it through your phone anymore. Hold on. Let me see the direct link to see if I can send that to y'all right now. Put it in the, here it is. Let me put it in the chat. So if you want to go to the direct online link, here it is. I'm going to put it in the chat right now so y'all can vote again. Vote for your brother, King Simon Television hosts. Come on now. I vote. Yeah, you can vote more than one time. Let's make sure you get me on that stage, man. Vote more than one time, baby. Vote more than one time. We're doing this because I voted more than one time for myself and other people. I voted like 5 times because I had a different email. I voted like 5 times. 5 times I voted at least. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all. Marvelous Marv. Which Marvelous Marv is this? This can't be the Marvelous Marv that I know from Brooklyn. Or from Queens. Which Marvelous Marv are you? Are you the one from Brooklyn or Queens? I don't know. I know Marvelous Marv. I know a Marvelous Marv. One was a DJ and one was a photographer, you know, that I know. I don't know if it's either one, but big up to Marvelous Marv. He said he can't wait to see all of us. Okay, yeah, we're going to have a good time. Remember, go up there and go ahead and vote again. Vote again. Vote again. I want to beat out these people. It's time for me to beat out these people. That's what we're going to do. We're going to beat these people out. Although I'm not in competition, it is what it is. But I started packing already. So I'm already getting ready I'm almost finished packing because I know we're going to be there for the whole weekend doing what we got to do and negotiating and keeping things in lock and lock and order. Again, live stream Gathering of the Masters because the Brother Rich is sold out. That Black Magic 363 event is sold out. So make sure you see the live stream. Remember, I got a workshop. If you do want to be a part of this workshop coming up, if you want to register, text the word workshop to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Numerovational armamentarium. That's numerovational armamentarium. That's a very important word. I'm going to break down very distinctly each letter in this. I'm going to break down each letter in this workshop and what it means, what armamentarium means for you when you're using numbers and using numerovation or using astrology or all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to focus on the numbers only. But that's a workshop coming up. All right. And remember, family, that I am going to be in October. We got a big tribute. It is my 29th celebration in promotion and production professionally, because I've been doing it since I was 12. But professionally, I started in 1995. The first show that I ever did was Capotan and Luciano. I was one of those promoters for that. Capotan and Luciano at the Palladium in Manhattan back in the day in 1995. Ancestral tribute to Dr. Baba Dick Gregory, Sunday, October the 13th. Also a presentation by Baba Ashra Kwesi and Mira Kwesi. Remember, you could go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerator, or you can actually scan this particular QR code and you will go straight to the early bird tickets right now, available right now online for this event. So I always give early bird tickets so y'all can get it for real cheap, because this is, believe me, it costs more to do all what I'm about to do for this day. All right. So it costs much more. So it's going to go up. The last amount, it will be $55. But right now, from July the 1st to August the 1st, it's $25. From August the 1st to September the 1st, it's going to be $35. From September the 1st to October the 1st, is going to be $45. And then $55 will be the door price. $55 at the door after that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to wait that long, it's up to you. Big up to CarrieAnnIngram.com, 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 doing energy work, doing tarot, have her own jewelry, all of that. Big up to my dear friend Golda. She's doing a gift certificate. So when you're in town or whenever you want a good massage, a relaxing foot massage or reflexology, she does it all. And she's also a consultant. So if you want to contact her, please contact her at that number right there on the flyer. And also, another one of my great people here, Nina Dunham. She is Nina Diamond, aka she's an author, lecturer, coach, Emmy Award winner, and she has a website called levinuniversity.com. That's levinuniversity.com. And also hit her up at IG at diamonds_8, and YouTube is diamonds8. Make sure you do cardology, astrology, or numerology with her. Big up to her all the time. Lloyd Strayhorn, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's my brother from another mother and father. He also does palm reading too, so he does palmistry also. So big up to him. And big up to my son and brother Jeff for doing what they're doing at the Green Studio NYC, recording, mixing, mastering. Whatever you want, they got for you, all right? If you want to book a session with me, I have 2 different sessions now, a 10 to 15 minute session, and I have a 30 to 35 minute session. Usually I go over time anyway, because depending on the depth of information I have to provide for you. But the 15-minute session, you don't talk to me. It's a pre-recorded information. It's a pre-recorded thing, but you are allowed to text me 3 questions for the 10 to 15 minute session. So you're allowed to text me at least 3 different questions for the 10 to 15. And the 30 minutes, you get to talk to me, ask me questions, And each one of those, I break down your name in a mathematical form and email it to you. One name for the 15-minute, and then there's all your names for the 30 minutes. I break it down and send it to you via email, a typed up copy for it. And I made sure I mail it to you so you can have that, so you could read it over and over again. What's your name, your gift, your talents, your skills. That's what came with that name. So that's what that's all about. Okay. Udemy.com/course/holistic new motivation. If you take my course, my 2-hour course, my introductory course, you will get a discount for the 8-hour course. I will take off $111 because my 8-hour course is $444, but I will take off $111 if you do my Udemy course. All right. Just want to let y'all know that. And remember, my new book is now available. Children's book is now available through my Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerator. All my books is located through my Linktree, or you can go to Amazon. And remember, this is exclusive though. This one is the hardcover books. Hardcover books, please put your full name and address in the PayPal or the Cash App description. This is a collector's edition. I don't produce this but once a year, because it's from another platform. It's not on Amazon. It's on another platform, and it's a hardcover. It stands by itself. It's good for coffee tables and all that. You might have somebody try to steal it. That's how good this book is. It's a powerful book. So when you have the hardcover, this is the hardcover right here. I have it right here. This is the hardcover right here. Beautiful, shiny cover. Beautiful, beautiful. And like I said, it stands by itself any way you want to put it. Stands by itself. It's not like the soft cover one that's sold on Amazon, but that's a limited edition. That's a limited edition. Believe me when I say that. That's a limited edition. Okay. So on that note, family, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and being a part of the journey. IG, FB, and also YT. Big up to all of y'all. And remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. Big up to Dr. B. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. In closing, I want to thank Paris Williams and her daughter Lavender Williams for purchasing my children's book and taking a picture with their daughter. And if you have children, take a picture of the book and the child. Please take a picture with them. I would love to see that, because it's good to see children reading. And this is a picture. This is a picture. I'm going to show you the picture of Lavi reading my book right now. Let me go to the screen share. I'm going to show you a picture of my book being read by Lavender right now. Here it is. Let me remove this. This is a picture of Lavender, beautiful sister with locks, beautiful little girl with locks and all that. She got my book in her hand. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful when you see children so engulfed in something like that? Here's another picture of her. She caught another angle of her. Big up to Paris. She caught another angle of her. This is her reading in there with musicology. Look at her folding her legs and reading the book. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that precious? It's a precious thing when you see your babies sit down and read. And my book is not too crazy. It's really about the pictorials, really about the illustration by Rainbow Arts, because that's a new, young, up-and-coming illustrator that I wanted to put on the map. And I know this book is going to sell like crazy because it's only $10.99 online right now. And, and a matter of fact, anybody right now, if you can buy my book, buy this book in particular, not this book. I did this book already, but this book, because this is only one ticket you're going to get. It's only one ticket you're going to get. If you buy this book, I will give you and share with you how to get a ticket to come to the award ceremony in Miami. If you can make it to Miami, you buy this book, you send me the receipt. You send me the receipt and told me that you buy it on Amazon and all that. If you bought it on Amazon, if you need to buy it on Amazon, here is the direct link to the book right here. I'm going to put the direct link in the book. If you buy one of the books or two of the books, I will send you a ticket to the awards ceremony in Miami so you can hang out with me and Brother Rich, all of that. So you can hang out with me and Brother Rich. I just put it in the chat. So if you purchase the book and text it to me, text me at 347-496-1022. Text a picture that you purchased the book. I will send you the link so you can get a free ticket to the awards ceremony in Miami. I'll give you a pair of tickets. Anybody who purchased the book. So I got enough tickets to do that right now. If you don't do it late, do it right now. And if you text me that, I will send you the link to get the free pair of tickets. I understand that Billy Carson gave away 20 pairs of tickets on his show. Well, it's his play, it's his show, so he can do that. It's not my show, so I can't do that, but it's his show, so he can do that. So if you purchase this book right now, and once again, thank you, Paris, and thank you, Lavender, for buying the book. But if you purchase this book right now, I will give you a free ticket to the award show. You and a guest to the award show. No, it's actually, no, they're giving away one ticket. I think it's you and a guest. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, because Brother Billy sent me the whole link and everything. Let me check. Yeah, let me see. Let me press it right now. Yeah. Once you put your name, you get free access tickets. Once you put your name, it's a special list, RSVP mandatory. It is mandatory. You got to be there. You got to put, and you're allowed at least one guest with you. So once I send you this link from Brother Billy Carson, boom, you'll be at the awards ceremony and the conference. You go to August the 3rd and August the 4th. You'll get a ticket for that, or a pair of tickets for those, you and your guests. So if you buy my thing now and text me the picture of my book that you purchased on Amazon, and I just put the Amazon link. Text me the receipt or a picture that you paid for it of this book, which is only $10.99. The tickets cost much more. Boom. I will send you this link that Billy sent me, and you could fill it out and you will be there. As long as you can make it to Miami, though. If you can't make it to Miami, don't waste my time. Maybe you got some friends that live in Miami that might want to come to a conscious award. They got to look dressed. They got to dress to impress. They got to look good. It could be casual. They could look good and extraordinary, or they could be casual. That's up to them. All right. But we're going to have a good time at the award show. I'm telling you, we're going to have a good time at that award show. Let me show you how much fun we're going to have at that award show right now.
Hey everyone, it's Billy Carson, aka Forbidden Knowledge. I am thrilled to introduce to you an extraordinary weekend event happening right here in Miami, Florida on August 3rd and 4th. It's none other than the second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards weekend. After the tremendous success of last year's event with over 1,200 attendees from around the globe, we knew we had to make this year's event even more spectacular. On Saturday, we have a captivating conference lined up featuring world-renowned speakers such as Muhammad Ibrahim, Merkaba 13, Robert Grant, Billy Carson, and a women's panel hosted by Elizabeth Carson. Following the conference, we'll set sail for a VIP yacht cruise at sunset where you'll have the chance to mingle with your favorite nominees and celebrity guests, all hosted by yours truly, Billy Carson. On Sunday, August 4th, kicks off with a Forbidden Knowledge book publishing signing event, followed by the highly anticipated second annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. This is a red carpet affair, so come dressed to impress. Remember last year we surprised a lucky guest with an Audi A4 during the awards, and this year we're upping the ante with a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz. So make sure you secure your tickets early. This event is sure to sell out quickly. I cannot wait to see each and every one of you there for what promises to be an unforgettable weekend.
It's going to be a powerful weekend, family, and you have to be in the audience to win the car. That lady, she was born October 20th. I remember, very beautiful sister. I forgot where she came from. I forgot her name, but I know her birthday. That's one thing I do remember, her birthday. I forgot her name and everywhere she came from, but they drove all the way up from wherever they came from in a raggedy car. This lady and her husband drove all the way up in a raggedy car with no air conditioning in the car, so they drove all the way up. And she must have put it out there, the universe, and that girl won the car. She was so excited. She didn't even know how to get up to the stage. I had to go and retrieve her and pull her up to the stage, get her onto the stage. We had to get her through the backstage and all that kind of stuff. But yo, she won the ticket. That was such a beautiful, beautiful sister. It was such a beautiful story because she was talking about it. If you got Forbidden Knowledge TV, you probably heard the story because they did film it in it. And if you can't make it, by all and any means, you can watch it on Forbidden Knowledge Network. You can watch the whole thing. I'll be on the red carpet having fun on the outside of the red carpet, helping out with Nikki and doing what we got to do on the red carpet and greeting all the people as they're coming in. And then I got to close down and go sit down because I'm nominated. So I got to go sit down and be amongst the people. But I'll still be helping. They know I like to help people. So they know how I move. And I'm making sure I'm looking good. I'm going to be dressed to a certain T, but I'm going to be moving around. So I'm telling you, family, you don't know, you might win that Mercedes-Benz. You never know. That's how deep that is. You could win that Mercedes-Benz. Big up to Elizabeth and Billy Carson all the time. This is going to be a wonderful event. Make sure you come on out if you can make it. That's right. Make sure you text that number so you can vote for me, and make sure you go to the website forbiddenknowledge.com, forbiddenknowledge.com. Hey, what y'all got to say, Billy and Elizabeth? Tell them some more about it, please.
We have a BOGO deal. So if you buy a ticket to the award show, you can get into the Forbidden Conference for free.
You can also watch the live premiere at the conference of Anunnaki Ancient Secrets Revealed.
It's going to be a phenomenal day. So make sure that you guys buy a ticket to the award show. You get into the conference for free.
Yeah, did you hear that? You get into the conference for free, but also they're going to show the Anunnaki premiere there for free. Oh, for those that win the ticket. Come on now. Those that have the tickets at the conference, you will get to see the Anunnaki also. And if you purchase the book, like I said, if you purchase my book, I will send you that link to it also, because I got some tickets to give away all the way up to it. So I'm doing what I got to do, all right, to help them out as much as we can, all right? So that's what it's all about. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and showing some love and spreading some love. And thank you for all those people that called in earlier. Of course, Professor X, the person born on June the 8th, and the other brother there, the brother that was born on March the 21st. Come on, man. Come on, people. We need y'all to get out of the bleachers and come on the field with us, because the people needs it. From whatever perspective, whatever angle of wisdom and knowledge that you have, come on. Come on. Write your book. Do your lectures. Create your workshops. Come on. We need all the help we can. We need all hands on deck to keep this world on a positive balance. Okay? All right, family. Have a great day, afternoon, and evening. Be strong, be focused, be your great self in every capacity, in every way you can. All right? Take care.
So now, let's suppose the day has come. We have first contact, and the government and the military are scrambling to try and formulate some sort of plan to deal with this. We don't quite know what we're facing. And one of the big issues, of course, is communication.
Tonight, it's Billy Carson. We're going to be talking about his new series, Anunnaki, the plans for 2024. It's going to be premiering across the country. We're going to be talking about that. And we've got a very, very special announcement tonight.
U.S. intelligence officers discovered a number of top secret documents. They confirmed that Germany was indeed exploring the under ice space of Antarctica. There have also been reports of underwater submersible objects coming right up out of the ocean.
The beginning of this year was so startling in its energetic imprint that I thought, I want to get a really clear idea of what's coming up. Many of us have heard throughout the last few years that we're going into a time that is going to be more challenging.
You'll be learning how numbers dictate everything in the universe and how you can use this knowledge to help you on your journey. We're going to make the mathematical universe simple for you to break down the calculations of your future.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical
esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.